I've got the basic shape of this frame, and what I'm going to do here is here's the plexiglass that I cut for it. So turn all these over. And then this plexiglass is going to go in here on the interior, something like this. So everything is cut, ready to go. I'm going to then put the document that I want in here, and also I'm going to make a backer, which is a piece of 1/4 inch plywood to go in here. Now, another thing that's interesting about this build is that I've got these gaps here. One thing I want to do is I want this to be deeper. Right now I have a 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch gap, or a 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch rabbet in here, and I want it to go deeper back in this way. I've got to adjust this dial right here. Now I have it set on 20. That's for a number 20 biscuit. I want it to go smaller. Not a 10. 00. We'll put it on 00. And then what I will do is make a test joint, because I need to check the depth to make sure it's okay. Well, because I didn't plan it very well, I've got this gap right here. I don't like that when I'm using the biscuit joiner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a small piece to fit in there. And so I got to figure out how wide these are, and then put the slot in the right spot. They're about 1 3/4 inches. And these mutts, they're only about 2 inches. So got to try to put the biscuits in the center. I bought this brand new Stanley square, and I bought it for $5 at a place that had pawn shop stuff. Right here I'm gonna sand this to 220 and that's it. Right now I've got my sander. This is a Bosch 6-inch with a dust collection. So I'm going to sand it right now. Now, the way I've got it set up, right there you can see 2 holes right there. And what I'm going to do is I've got 2 pieces of dowel that I'm going to put in there, and then I'm going to tighten that area right there, that vise. It's a wood vise, and I've got it set up so that I can push with the vise and push against these 2 holes right here. I'm going to fill this crack right here. I'm going to put a little bit of 5-minute epoxy in there. Yeah, that works out really well with a chisel. Now you can use a chisel this way with the bevel up, or you can use it this way with the bevel down. Now I have to find the center of this edge, and I'm going to put 2 plugs in this end and 2 in the other end, because there's places on here where I have the joint and I want to cover up that joint. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some square plugs out of ebony and put those in. So I got to find the center of this. Now I have to measure these slots to get them all to the correct width. Well, this chisel, this is a 1/2-inch chisel. You can see right here where this is not even. There are small little chips that are out of this edge right here. And the reason why that it's like that is because the point has broken off right there. And so now, instead of being pointy, it's got all kinds of chips in it. Now this is 220. So now we put a little bit of liquid on there. And I've been working on this for like 10 minutes and it's not really helping any. The liquid helps to lubricate it. This is wet, dry sandpaper, by the way. And the reason why I go left to right is because what happens is that the metal is so fine that it plugs up the spaces between the granules of sandpaper. Yeah, I'm spitting on it. Then I wipe it off a little bit to try to get rid of some of that metal that I talked about. Now this is what I do, and this is what I learned from a video. What you can do here is, this is a bevel right here, and what I want to do is I want to work on that and grind it. So you take your chisel and push it from the back up. Another thing that any kind of a liquid would do is to float some of the particles to the surface. Now we'll check it and see what our progress is. Alright, here is the chisel after I ground it a little bit on the sandpaper, and it's not relatively perfect, but it is okay, and I'm going to leave it like that. Another thing is that this edge is not 90 degree to this edge right here. You can tell that it's not quite square, but that's good enough, and I'm going to leave it like that. Well, here it is in its finished position, and you can see some of the pits that there are right here and right here, but it'll work. Now, if you want these marks here that I'm making, if you want them to be absolutely clear, take a utility knife and use that to mark them.